I'm Tom Nguyen. Tom is my nickname. My Vietnamese name is Nguyen, and I'm the farm lead at VEGGI Farmers Cooperative out in New Orleans East. We're a Vietnamese-led farm that specializes in culturally grown herbs from our Vietnamese diaspora. We first started after the BP oil spill in 2011. Our farm has been operating ever since then. We had a lot of older farmers that we trained that were in the shrimping and oil industry affected by the BP oil spill. After the BP oil spill, they didn't have work, there was no really fishing, commercial fishing being done, so to help supplement their income, people within the community, they found the veggie co-op to be able to train people within the community to bring their skills as they had prior, just growing their own food, to make income off of it as well. These areas around where the farm is at is technically like a food desert. The closest grocery store is technically Winn-Dixie, which is like a few miles down the road. And then outside of Vietnam, I think this community is the most concentrated Vietnamese outside of Vietnam itself. So as a cooperative, our farm is actually the first cooperative in Louisiana. Right now, our cooperative structure is we take a 25% co-op fee. That 25% comes out of the sale of the produce that goes to the co-op. And with that, the farmer takes 75%. I think people were tired of not having ownership in things that their hands touch. So a lot of our farmers, they just grow stuff that they would eat at home. Leafy greens, salad, a lot of herbs, Vietnamese herbs such as Vietnamese mint, culantro. We grow a mixture of things. We also raise chickens and ducks for eggs. There are a little bit amount of Vietnamese shoppers that come to the farmers market. They definitely notice our market, our tent, and the things that we grow. I get this all the time that would say hey, our grandparents grew these, we ate these as a kid. So there's a lot of nostalgia with the produce and food that we grow, especially connected to the Vietnamese diaspora and our culture. So we're a no-spray farm. We don't spray on our produce pesticides or herbicides or anything. All the weeds and stuff are hand-picked, hand-pulled. Everything is hand-harvested, hand-washed here and then packaged. We just eat a lot of the stuff here ourselves, so we really care what goes into the food at the end of the day. The good thing in living in southeast Louisiana, we have a really long growing season. It's 300 plus days out of the year. It doesn't get too cold, so you're able to grow a lot of tropical varieties, which is what I'm focusing on. So in 2015 I moved here, and I started working here in 2016. Mostly through exposure through my parents, my mom and my grandparents. It wasn't until that I was older that opportunity came for me to be able to realize them. It mostly just trial and error, but also just asking more questions, seeing what processes were lacking, what I felt would make it more efficient. I think one of the things you'll notice about our table at the farmers market is that we just have an array and different variety of produce. A lot of them that you probably haven't seen before. We grow loofah squash, but also ridge gourds, a lot of things that other farmers, non-Vietnamese farmers, are growing. And so we'll have that at the table. We'll also have packaged items, locally made things such as tofu, chili oil, quick pickles. We have our co-director's sister makes the kimchi that we sell at the farmers market. I think part of going to the farmers market itself is just continuity, showing up every market, even if it's a bad one, because people will know that for sure VEGGI Farm will be at the farmers market.